everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, people have been talking about the return of Moi era from the time William Ruto took over power. I think with the kind of speed that William Ruto is using to change so many things in this country, Moi era might be better. Ruto could be worse than Moi. In fact, going with what Ruto is doing, he might just end up making Museveni to be a saint. That is the truth of the matter. So we have been talking about the living and breathing Moi of our time. This one is more than that. And I was checking on the news. I was surprised to see that the Ruto is now using the Communication Authority of Kenya to gag media. Tonight, I have seen the news that the Communication Authority of Kenya has sent a strong warning to Media House for broadcasting live the Azimio la Umoja protest, the mass action that was there. In fact, it's not even Azimio, because even those who are voting for Ruto were part of the mass action. The reason is they violated the programming code. They have targeted the local media. So you wonder, really, what is Chiloba telling Kenyans? I think this is not Chiloba. Ruto is just using Chiloba to shut the media. It's either they report what they want to say, or else they should not exist. So the threat is that they want to withdraw the operation license. The question is, what about the international media? If really Chiloba means what he's saying, it was not only local media that was broadcasting the mass action in this country. The international media painted the real picture in this country, and we analyzed here. You can go back to the videos, you will see. Al Jazeera, CNN, Voice of America, we had the BBC, we had the Sky News, all of them, they were allowed to record. In the newspaper, they printed. And William Ruto actually was not happy, but he has little to do about this one. So the question is, what about the international medias? This is the notice. Communication Authority of Kenya. Today, the authority completed a review of broadcast covered of opposition demonstration held on 20th March 2023. The authority has established that at least 6 TV stations, namely Citizen TV, NTV, K24, KBC, and hata yao wameweka hapa, TV47 and Ebro TV, depicted scenes that could cause panic or incitement to the public, threatening peace and cohesion in the country. The authority has, in accordance with the relevant provision of the law, issued notice to identify broadcasters to take immediate remedy action. Okay. Number 1, all broadcasting are hereby reminded of their obligation as outlined below. Number 1, Section 33 of the Constitution of Kenya, as read together with Section 5B of the Kenya Information and Communication Act, which provide that the constitutionally guaranteed right of freedom of expression does not extend to propaganda for war, incitement to violence, hate speech, or advocate for hatred that constitute ethnic incitement, vilification of other, or incitement to cause harm or discrimination. Really? Number 2, Clause 461 1A, Kenya Information and Communication Act, which requires licensed broadcasters to provide responsible and programming that caters for the varied need and susceptibility of the different sections of the Kenya community. Number 3, Clause 19, 1C and D, Kenya Information and Communication Broadcasting Regulation, which requires a license to ensure that no broadcaster by its station glorifies violence or depict violence in an offensive manner or in likely to incite, perpetuate hatred, vilify any person or section of community. Number 4, Clause 10, 2, 1 of a programming code, which requires broadcasters to take care in coverage of crisis situation so as not to hinder or obstruct effort by authority to resolve the situation. We got section 5, that is number 5, section 584 of the programming code, which states that presentatives of news and commentaries must not be done in a way that would create unnecessary panic. It continues up to 7, but then hakuna haja ya kuendelea kusoma hizo. The big question you should be asking yourself, what is William Ruto looking for? This is his government. And a appointee in his government is talking like this. What do they want to hide? Are they truth to what they are saying? Can the communication authority share with us the known how this TV station violated the programming code? They cannot provide. I can tell you, this regime is planning to kill, maim, lie, and loot without anyone exposing them. Those are the key things here. Because when you are warning me not to broadcast a protest, what are you expecting to do there? If people are protesting against the government, definitely you might be planning to kill people who are protesting. Use live bullets. When you lie to people, media comes out and expose you. When you warn them, like, what do you want to do? So that you run away with the lie? When looting happens, it's the media that comes out to expose. What are you telling them? Not to expose looting in the government. Media is the mirror of the society. So Ruto and his government are planning anarchy. And they don't want anyone to do coverage of that anarchy in this country. Kenyans will be killed in case there's no one who's going to provide this event as they happen during the mass action. And what they are not aware of is that, the world has changed. We are in a new era, whereby even in our TVs, we can go on YouTube, we can go on Facebook, we have smart TVs. Using our phones, we can go live. So in as much they try this work, number one, what I believe, they cannot win. Because Moi was there, he was defeated with that old constitution. He tried to shut citizen, it never happened. Now Ruto is trying these new tactics. What is he looking for? That is police brutality, which they don't want to be covered. That's the truth. Because what are you worried about? Na siku ya nyani kuanguka, nataka nikwambie, miti yote huwa inatereza. Ruto has tried the United Nations. He has tried everywhere. You know, you go to hata Songa alikuwa huko kwa nini kwa court, they rejected. He has tried everywhere. No, kila kitu inakataa. Now he's going for the media. Ile barua aliandika kule ilifanya nini? Raila alijibu, aliandika ingine. So the diplomats and the United Nations, that you people solve your problem there. So it is him to sit down and sort out. Now he want to use impunity to deal with the Kenyans who are just saying we are hungry and they are speaking their mind. Kenyans have responded, and their response is so harsh to William Ruto. So I want to use the remaining 2 minutes for us to check in the comments from Kenyans. Let us read their views as we conclude this discussion. This is what Kenyans are saying. Gerson Mudhoni, maandamano to the last man. We are not going back to days of Moi. We are ready to die fighting for our freedom and protecting our constitution. Bambino, hawa watu wachishe. We are no longer in 90s when people were easily intimidated mpaka wanapigia jogo salute. This country is built on blood and sweat. Uku sio Uganda, with all due respect. Cosmas alitoa ujinga IBC akipeleka Communication Authority. Tutagawana hii media, tukue na za Ruto na za Raila kama mbaya. I think he's addressing Chiloba. Benedict, I agree it was bad picture to tear gas president while the whole country is watching. Kumbe, it's true you are planning assassination. If you did right thing, why now? You can understand what he's saying here. Kipruno Walter, whatever the violated code, citizens should use their live cameras. Also, technology has advanced. Captain, someone tell Chiloba his days in that office are also numbered, like it were in IBC very soon. As for hustlers, Uhuru told you mutamukumbuka. Sure. Katez, we are in digital era, not analog. Zakayo mtoza ushuru shudi. Shuka chini with Nyayo son Gachiedha. Romas, because they reported what was going on exactly as it was. Good question. Mulinge, Moi also tried to fight citizen radio and TV of Azimio and they failed terribly. True. Wesley, Moi era is back to back. Zakayo Shuka. Hata hii inashinda ya Moi jameni. Akech, Moi era is back with a bang. And that's why maandamano is the only way. In fact, this should give Kenyans a good reason to be part of the mass action. Jimmy, we finally have our own homegrown Bosco. I tell you, Museveni will be a saint compared to our Nabi Zakayo mtoza ushuru. That's true. Andrew, the revolution might not be televised for those at home to see and get incited, but it will happen anyway. Nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. These people are trying to accuse media for spreading violence or incitement. I wanted to go and check the post done by Didmas Baraza. He's telling people that Monday is a protest, but I will take people to Brookside to go and take free milk. What are you telling Kenyans? Are you not calling for anarchy? For those who remember, Kimani Ichung'wah said at one point that they are looking on how they are going to make sure that they reduce the media and some banks to a size. They want to deal with them decisively. Now they are doing it. It must fail. Go and check on how Ichung'wah referred to Raila Amolo Odinga in the National Assembly at the floor of the House. he said that Raila Odinga is pretending to be a Democrat, but indeed Raila is an urban bandit and a terrorist who is terrorizing Kenyans. What is he spreading?